Hey guys, how you doing? It's Ben the Fat Coach, helping to separate fat from fiction. And it is now the year 2023. Happy New Year to everybody. Sure, a lot of us will be sitting there thinking, I need to set a New Year's resolution. I want to get into better shape. I want to burn some body fat. I want to get fitter, whatever it may be. I want to resolve my financial problems. I want to feel better. I want to be happier. I want to have more space. Whatever it is. Okay. So we're running the Big Fat Challenge, and it starts tomorrow, Monday, January 2nd, 2023. And I'm here to ask you to sign up to the Big Fat Challenge. The bottom line is this. There are lots of fiddly things that we can do to try and make small improvements in our lives. But diet is the number one biggest, easiest biohack that there is, right? If you want to improve your body composition, you want to melt away body fat, if you want more stable energy, you want to improve your sleep, and you want to prevent, more important than anything else, you want to prevent chronic illness later on in life, then I believe that diet is the key. I've just spent the last 18 months writing the Red Pill Food Revolution book, and it has completely changed my life to the point that I now know that what I have to do is to go out there and to tell people, eat the animal fat. It's not harmful. It's what nature has designed for you to thrive on. And here's the thing. You are more powerful and stronger and quite honestly better and more beautiful than this. Right, I'm talking to the vast majority of people here. We are supposed to. We are designed to operate at a higher level than the present experience. I know the past few years have been particularly harsh, right? But we are supposed to be. I don't know if you know. Do you know? For example, Paleolithic humans were 10% taller than we are now, right? Their brain capacity was 10% bigger than we are now. We arrogantly assume that modern humans are the pinnacle in terms of evolution. We're not. We've devolved from the Paleolithic. That's in like 10,000 years. We have managed to get smaller and have smaller brains. And we've invented chronic disease, mainly thanks to squeezing oils out of seeds, which is not what we were ever supposed to do. Okay? We thrived through ice ages. Can you imagine that? With no technology other than stone tools, right? We thrived through ice. That's thousands of years with glaciers on the land and very low temperatures. And we thrived. What are we doing today? What are you doing today with your life? You know, if you look in the mirror, how do you feel? I mean, I've just taken my before photos for the Big Fat Challenge, and I admit I've had a lot of strong ale and I've had a lot of chocolates over Christmas, partly because I'm just doing that thing that you do in like between Christmas and New Year, where you go, right, I'm gonna bounce, almost literally, I'm gonna bounce into the new year and hit my, my new year, new me nonsense. But it's all good. I'm really, really excited about making some going further with my diet towards the true natural species appropriate Paleolithic diet that we evolved to consume, that we are meant to consume. And this is the thing, we all have a choice now, right? Yeah, it's New Year, and there's lots of things that you can do. You can sign up for a gym membership, but it's really hard to burn a lot of excess body fat through exercise. It's ridiculously hard and boring and pointless compared to fixing what you eat. If you cut out the refined carbohydrates and the sugar and the white bread and all that kind of stuff, and in particular cut out the vegetable oils, right? All of those, with the exception of olive oil and coconut, but any of the ones that are pressed from seeds, cut that out and you will lose body fat. Okay. Problem is, it's not that easy, which is why we're doing it as a challenge. We're doing it over 90 days. We're having coaching calls every single day for those 90 days. So you'll never be alone to do it. Okay. So, you can do that. You can decide I'm going to go out on my bike every day. It's the same thing. Cardio is not the way to get rid of a load of body fat. Okay. If you want to do cardio, if you enjoy it, great. All right. So I've got a couple of dumbbells behind me in my office. I will lift those maybe once a day for about 30 seconds, right? I pick them up. They're about, 65 pounds, 25, 30 kilos each, something like that. I'll pick them up. I'll lift them up above my head as many times as I can. That's between 5 and 10 times. And if I hit 10, then I'll add a bit more weight on. That's all I do for exercise, okay? And I'm not signing up for a gym membership. I'm not going to use any other exercises. It's that, and it's running around on a rugby field refereeing, typically once, maybe twice a week. That's it, a bit of fresh air. And that's all I need. And I know that's all I need because I'm going to be really, really strict with my diet for the coming 90 days. Yeah, so gym isn't the way to go. The quite honestly, what I want to say to everybody is you owe it to yourself to be the best and the healthiest, right, version of yourself that you can be. And that probably means being a more athletic, probably slightly more muscular version of yourself. So we should all, I believe, all be doing some resistance training, some reasonably heavy weights. Helps to keep your bones strong. The older you get, the more important that's going to be, because your bones could get a lot weaker in older age. You can prevent that. But diet, seriously, guys, I cannot tell you how important it is to nourish your body properly. Right? We never used to have all these. If you look back at like Weston A. Price in the 1930s, he travelled the world. He's a Canadian dentist, travelled the world, and he saw for himself basically the before and after effects of the introduction of the white man's diet. So he visited everywhere. He visited the Inuits, he visited remote Swiss villages, he went to Africa, he went to Australia, Papua New Guinea, he went all over the place, right? And he saw communities where this generation was eating their traditional, still probably like Neolithic post-agricultural revolution diet, okay? And these guys have been on the white man's diet with the highly refined stuff, okay? With the seed oils, with the sugars, the wheats and flour and all that kind of stuff. And he saw the difference, and he saw a clear and marked degeneration. And it wasn't only physical, but it started with the physical. So he was a dentist, so he was counting how many teeth had evidence of tooth decay, dental caries. Right? He also noticed narrowing of the nose. People started breathing through their mouths, narrowing of the jaw, crowding of the teeth, all kinds of things. And he saw it again and again and again wherever he went in the world. And that was less than 100 years ago, and nothing has been done. And he warned us, and he said his hypothesis was at the end of that, he said it isn't something that was present in the diet that was causing this stuff. It was something that was absent in the diets that people were moving onto from one generation to the next, right? Even, for example, mothers, where the mother had been in the first generation of being exposed to the Western diet, their immediate children, their immediate offspring, were suffering these physical degenerations. And he also commented at some length about the kind of moral degeneration as well. People, there were communities that had never had any need for police or jails or anything like that, right? But he saw that the community's integrity and spirit was also being degraded by the same token, because their brains simply weren't working as well, right? So, cutting a long story short, I believe that the single best thing that you can do for yourself, for your body, for your long-term health, for your mental health in particular as well, if your goal's anything along these lines, then diet is the thing to fix first, and then you can get on with polishing. Like my friend Phil says, who's my co-coach on the challenge, you've got to hose the mud off the car first before you get the polish out, okay? This is hosing the mud off the car. I do not know of any single fix that you can do, any change that you can implement in your life that even comes close to getting rid of the wrong macronutrients and the wrong fake food, and eliminating that crap from your diet and replacing it with what you're supposed to eat, with what nature designed you to eat, which is fatty meat, fish, eggs. Okay, and you will thrive, and that's it. The problem is, of course, it's not easy. It's very easy for me to say it. It's very easy for you to go, the guy's talking nonsense, he doesn't know what he's talking about, okay? Which I get, right? And I'm not asking you to believe me, I'm asking you to prove it for yourself in your own life. I want you to experience the difference. I want you to experience what it is like to be a better version of you, right? Because that's what I'm doing. Finally, I'm 50 years old, it's 2023, and I'm saying, enough of this messing around. I want to be the most powerful version of myself that I can be. So I'm excited about the next 90 days. I would love to help you, coach you, however I can, and to provide you with the means to retrain your thinking about this. And all the evidence is there. Don't worry about it. It's all there. I know it's going to be like weird because these people are talking about stuff that's goes completely in the face of what we've always been told. Yeah, well, what you've always been told is keeping you weak and sick and dependent. That's not how you were born to be. That is not your divine birthright. Okay, so yeah, I am doing all that, and I'm not asking you to take my word for it. I'm asking you to experience it for yourself, and I'm offering to help. So you go along to thebigfatchallenge.com, sign up now. It starts tomorrow. We can do this together. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.